A Somali woman is calling for ceasefire between the Black Americans and the Somali community. Black Americans are saying no. Why now? After everything you said about us? What really happened? Let's watch these clips and then I'll come back with more comments.
I am currently asking for a ceasefire. I'm asking for a ceasefire between the Somalis and the African Americans. Please. We got something bigger going on right now. This is a divide and conquer situation happening in Minnesota. Y'all know we ride together when situations arise out here. When that George Floyd stuff happened, baby, we was out there. Ain't nobody was asking what type of black you was. We all felt that. So I just don't want this ignorant conversation to overshadow what's really happening. Don't give them the upper hand. Why are we acting slow? I'm asking for a ceasefire. If you like me, please put down the shots. We ain't got time. Just put a pin in the conversation. How about that? Let's just put a pin in the conversation. And after we're done with this, then we could get back to doing that. Y'all could get back to doing that. I don't even know what type of conversation. I'm gonna go finish my electrolytes because it's.
Tiny piece of the population, some of the most vulnerable people in our country. But Trump based his order on a report whose author has made it clear that his goal is to denaturalize and deport as many Somali Americans as possible. This is not about crime. It's not about safety. This is about purging people like me from this country. Minnesota has always been a welcoming place for people fleeing a home country that is blasted by war, poverty, and hunger. Europeans in the 19th and 20th century, Black Americans from the South, Hmong and Vietnamese, Liberians in East.
The biggest fear is, as Black Americans are delineating, and America as a country is doing the same thing. They're coming after us. Donald Trump got elected. Immigrants are scared. So now Black Americans are doing their own thing. At the time, we're hoping that they would be standing up for us, being part of our coalition. But
yeah, and that's the problem.
We don't know what to do now.
Yeah, because we told people, they kept telling us, well, you FBS don't work hard. You don't work. We came over with $2 and we were this, and y'all need to learn from us. It got real bad. And people got very arrogant. And even Jamaicans, they still do it. They still tell us, oh, don't come to Jamaica. Oh, don't do this. You are entitled. And y'all were telling us all of this stuff about how hard you work and how lazy we were. And we said, okay, well, handle your business then. And now people don't like it.
And can I say something? Do you know, I think that's why a lot of immigrants are running for office. There's a lot of Somalis in Minnesota, the New York mayor, because I think they're scared now since that, the current political system in America, and maybe Black Americans are not as supportive anymore. So they feel like they have to fight for themselves. They have to have a presence, or else it's over for immigrants here.
Yeah, and that ain't working because they ain't getting elected. A lot of them are not getting elected like that. It's like Winsome Sears, like your boy out there in Minnesota, Fatah, whatever his name is. He got washed. So it ain't really working out like they wanted to work out. So, hey man, it's cats should have really checked themselves with the disrespect.
So how about we have a restart, man? Black Americans and Black immigrants, we forget everything in the past. We start a new contract. We put the disputes and all this stuff to the past and just have a fresh start. Respect each other, respect each other's cultures, work together where we can work together. Let's try to work on that. I'm ready for that.
Well, the thing is, man, it's going to have to start back in the homeland. It has to start there because a lot of people bring over the same tribalistic disposition that they had over there. They bring it over here and they look at us as just another tribal group. And that's not going to work. We've been upholding global Black unity and we've been pretty much doing it by our damn selves. So it's time for these other groups to start standing on business over in the homeland, making sure some of that tribal nonsense has stopped. And then people can come to the table and say, hey, let's get out and, let's break bread.
My community really they scared because President Donald Trump, he say, we are garbage. He can take the crown people, but not all Somali community. We scared, especially my neighbor, my house neighbor, it's Latino. They don't have paper, they hunger. And we help a couple of days. I can help, even I don't have food. I don't sell nothing. And it's horrible.
These people been here for 30 years. And for 30 years, they refuse to assimilate. As a matter of fact, they done turned Minnesota into Little Somalia. Even changed the flag of Minnesota to reflect Somalia. They wasn't trying to be Americans. They were trying to recreate home. But when you tell them it's time to go home, suddenly it's a problem. When you say it's time to pack your bags because your temporary protection is over, honey. It's time to pack your bags and go home. Now suddenly it's a problem. Oh, we Americans though. We Americans. Since when? You ain't never tried to be American. You tried to change America. You tried to create your own little Somalia that you could safely have things your way in. Well, we're telling you that we don't want our cities changed into Somalia. We're going to give you a bus ride, a plane ride, a boat ride, and everything else you need until you back safely in Somalia. And let's hope them boats don't get pirated along the way.
So we've seen a viral video of a Somali woman calling for ceasefire between the communities and encouraging cooperation in opposition to ICE and other issues affecting immigrants. So her main argument was that communities should put aside their differences and focus on common goals. She suggested that division only benefits those who want to keep people separated, and that unity is needed now more than ever. One point she raised is that many Somalis participated in and supported Black Lives Matter demonstrations and activism over the years. From her perspective, that support should be remembered when discussing relationship between the two communities today. But while some viewers agreed with her message, many Black Americans online responded with skepticism, and that is where this story became much bigger than discussions about ICE. For many people, the issue isn't about the current political situation. The issue is about trust. And trust is something that takes years to build, but can be damaged very quickly.
Whew, guys, I have enjoyed myself this day. Y'all have, boy, I tell you what, some of you guys out here, my brother said, brother, we are still in the ocean. We need your help. I'm not going to be able to come. Them little bitty boats y'all had out there, I could never understand how y'all gonna go out there with a fisherman boat with those big old aircraft carriers. I'm not gonna be able to help you. Oh boy, you need a payday real bad if you out there messing with them big old ships out in the ocean. In a little bitty tugboat.
First things first, I'm actually so shocked that Trump is attacking us. I think Trump should be thanking us in multiple ways, and I'm going to explain. First things first, I think we are a good example of what the American dream can look like. Like Somali Americans, and it's making me sad and it's funny. Like I know Somali people are very funny. We're like the class clan who also happens to be valedictorian. Somalis in Minnesota are so successful. I take multiple trips a year to Minnesota and I leave so inspired. You have Somali-owned law firms, Somali-owned pharmacies, Somali-owned everything you can think of, and it's so inspiring to see that what my community could do in just 30 years. Literally, we came to this country not speaking English, not knowing anything. We're Black, Muslim, we're immigrant, and we're able to be that successful. It should be really applauded. Like, I need Trump to stand up and applaud for us because it's shocking. Literally, my friend just moved to Minnesota and she was telling me how when she gave birth, it was an all Somali staff. Her midwife was Somali. Her doctors were Somali. Her nurses were Somali. Like, that is so beautiful to see, and it should be celebrated, okay? Second of all, Trump, you should be thanking my people for giving a random Midwestern state that much clout and money. Like, I don't think, other than Chicago, I think Minnesota is really popping when it comes to tourism because of Somali Americans like me, okay? So you should be thanking us, because Minnesota would have been nothing if Somalis didn't move there. Like, if we're being honest, like, we have made that state pop, and we have made it beautiful for the rest of the world. So you should thank us, and if you want, you can donate Minnesota to the great country of Somalia. Like, I think it's a nice trade-off. And last but not least, I'm so happy that people are discovering how funny, witty Somali people are. We're very confident. And although Trump said what he had to say, like, I want him to know, Yani, like, it didn't even, like, bother. Like, it didn't do anything to our confidence. We've heard everything you've said before. People always make fun of Somalia, da-da-da. But I still think I'm better than everyone. Like, God has made me Somali Muhammad. Like, I'm okay. I'm okay. On top of that, I'm Somali American, broski. Like, I'm winning on both sides. But yeah, it's just nice to see that everyone's realizing Somali people are very funny, very confident. And that's never gonna change. It has not changed since colonial days, baby boy. And it's not gonna change because somebody right now decided to make fun of us. We're actually winning the war, so. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Many Black Americans responding to the video argued that they don't see the relationship the same way. A common criticism was that while some Somalis supported Black Lives Matters, there have also been public examples of individuals distancing themselves from Black American identity or making negative comments about Black Americans. Critics pointed to social media posts, online debates, and even viral videos where some individuals denied their blackness, emphasized differences between communities, or used stereotypes against Black Americans. One complaint that repeatedly was the perception that some people have referred Black Americans as lazy, lacking culture, or responsible for their own struggles. Now, it is important to recognize that social media doesn't represent an entire community. Millions of people should not be judged based on statements of few individuals. However, critics argue that these incidents have had a lasting impact on how some Black Americans views call for solidarity. Their question is simple. If people felt disrespected yesterday, why should they automatically support those same groups today? Many commentators said they are not opposed to cooperation in principle. Instead, they believe that before any meaningful alliance can happen, there needs to be acknowledgement of past tensions and genuine effort to rebuild the trust. For these individuals, unity isn't something that can be demanded. It is something that should be earned. So at its core, this debate isn't really about one video. It is about a larger question that affects many communities. Can people move forward without addressing past grievances? Or does healing have to come before unity? Supporters of the Somali woman's message argued that communities share common challenges and should work together regardless of past disagreements. Critics argue that unity cannot be based solely on convenience and that respect must be consistent, not just appear when support is needed. Both perspectives reveal something important. Strong alliances are built on mutual respect and accountability and trust. Without those things, call for solidarity often face resistance. So this conversation is likely to continue for a very long time because it touches on issues of identity, community, history, and political interest all at the same time. I want to hear from you guys. Do you think community should put past conflicts aside to pursue common goals? Or do you think past issues needs to be addressed before real unity can happen? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below and kindly remember to keep it respectful. If you want more breakdowns like this, kindly hit the subscribe button to join our family. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.